I need to remember to turn this off US East servers though. There we go. I'll say lads because I'm cool. BO7 Lego. BO7 Lego. Is there a Canadian? Is there a Canada team? Yeah, Canada is Luchino, Squishy, and JNaps. And then Hot Wheels Sid as the sub. Killer No 7. Killer No 7. Oh, I forgot. Forgot the meme. Killer's not allowed to play. He is today, don't worry. He's allowed to play. Just getting the teams up on the screen. Did somebody say BRB? Why are we waiting? I'm not sure why we're not going. There we go. A lot's going to take orange team for Sweden. The same Swedish team that took down the mighty Denmark, actually. They lost when Turbopulsa and a lot played with X3MW. They did drop a game, or they dropped a series 4-2 against Finland, who was Jazer, Metz, and Orson Magnus. And then, of course, they picked up Flarkey, and they actually took down Denmark. That's the only international show match that Denmark have lost, and Denmark have been on a tear. One of the most impressive international teams to date is Denmark. I'd say they're top 3 alongside Scotland and Germany. And Sweden are kind of in the next block of teams alongside like Canada. And who else would I put in that group? Sweden, Canada, who else? There's one. If I had to pick one other team, not sure who it would be. I'll maybe think of that later. But yeah, this team actually, this specific lineup of a lot, Turbo and Flarkey, is technically undefeated. They're 1-0 in International Showmatch Series. And Freaky Sicky and Killer Number 7, I don't believe that lineup has played together internationally. But Sicky and Killer Number 7 used to be teammates for a long time, alongside Pashi and Yeezy on Crown and Jewels. So they should be pretty familiar with each other. Freaky and Sicky, I believe, have played every show match for Germany. And I think that Germany have played against the Netherlands. They've also played again. Oh, who did they play? They played France, I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm so bad at memorizing things. See Killer there using the roof of the net to recover. You're just driving straight out the top of there. You guys probably can go check and tell me who have Germany played. They played against the Netherlands and probably one other, maybe 2 other teams. Probably 2 other teams. Jiffy Pants, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate the support, dude. Welcome to the channel. But yeah, basically, these 2 teams are undefeated internationally. These specific lineups are undefeated.
Cheer 300 Johnny
First blood.
Now I have to spend even more money on bits to make sure that you remember
Good pass
my
by
name.
Turbo, really making that
I will
goal
not
possible.
let you forget it. Not ever you been master.
I mean,
now
I'm never going to remember your name.
My moi spam moi moi moi. Just kidding, by the way, I love your nose. It's
Thank you.
spectacular.
It would be good at holding up my spectaculars if I had glasses, but I don't, so it's not. Freaky doesn't shoot in the open net. He would have had to, you know, pull the shot out pretty quickly. But a lot of Turbo and Flarkey starting off pretty good. This would be a phenomenal victory for them, because Germany have taken down Netherlands, which is a really, really deadly team. And I don't know who else to beat. Somebody. I'm hoping that somebody in chat's going to say who else Germany have beaten on my channel. I think it's... Oh, who did they beat? Did they beat Denmark? No, they didn't beat Denmark, did they? I don't think that Germany beat Denmark. I'm so confused. I don't know who they beat, because I've forgotten. No, it wasn't Spain. Was it France? I think it was France. I think Germany might have beaten France. But right now, they're just not able to do anything to Sweden. They can hardly get anything going offensively. And again, this same combination, Turbo do a lot, except this is just a bit more of a beanage by Killer Number 7, who did side flip by accident coming off the goal line. 2-0, a lot doubling up. And Bisterversen, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the channel, dude. Appreciate the support. Is there a Spanish team? There is, but they're not very good. They're probably not top 16 international teams in the world. Maybe on a good day. But they're pretty borderline. Oh, Flarkey, what a play getting the center ball. He managed to get one touch on the wall, recovered, and get another one. But Sweden are just piling on the pressure right now. Absolutely piling on the pressure. We see triple rotation out of offense. Turbo, the defensive rock for Sweden. We see exactly why there. As soon as he identifies that his teammate is in an awkward position, he just comes in for the play. And again, Turbo every time looking for a lot in front of him. And a lot, of course, air rolling the second that he jumped. Air rolling was actually a misplay there. He would have had a straight shot, but he accidentally air rolled to the right. I mean, a lot air rolls instantly, pretty much every time that he jumps into the air. You hardly ever see him jumping without air rolling. So that's pretty much what we saw from him there. Sometimes he does it when he shouldn't. He's a naughty boy. The game sound seems pretty quiet today. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but I'm going to turn it up a little. Just a tad. Just a tiny bit. Oh, killer number 7. Tried to put it behind Turbo. Good placement with Turbo with the backflip. Shuts that down. Looking like Sweden are going to take game 1 here against a German team who have looked really, really solid in international show matches in the past. With just some incredibly, like... Although I think if ELMP has played for every Germany game before this one, this will be interesting to see Germany without ELMP. They're going to have to come back from 3-0 a lot with an absolute boomer. This time Flarky the facilitator. What a shot from a lot. Side flip to the midfield by Flarky, and a lot turning sideways just blasts it right underneath the crossbar. That was a boomer. Strongest national team, Scotland. Followed by Denmark, I would say. But teams like Canada, Sweden, Germany, even Finland, with how good Metzenars and Magnus have been recently, are all pretty threatening. And now, you know, with the rise of Fairy Peak, France are looking like a bigger threat as well. And you never know. You can never say... I've never seen Krizak play for England. I'd love to see an England team featuring Krizak as well. As recently he's been performing much better. Germany have got to throw everything in the kitchen sink at this game right now. They're down by a comfortable margin. Turbo Pulse and a lot, of course. Former teammates in Oh My Dog. I think they're currently teammates with each other again on a team called Feels Goody Loody Man. Yes, I said that right. And their third teammate is actually playing for the German squad, Siki. Not sure if they're going to stick it out together. They've not been having a ton of success, but, you know, Turbo, a lot, Siki is a pretty decent team. With how well they're doing at the moment, you got to wonder why aren't they just teaming up with Flarky and doing a Sweden national team week to week? Because right now they're having a great start, 1-0 in the series against Germany, who are previously undefeated. I can actually check that, I think. Do I have a document somewhere? You aren't a team. Thank you. When did you stop? When did you stop existing? So they're obviously disbanded. This is news to me. When did you stop existing? Okay, apparently I'm toxic. But Turbo, a lot, and Siki were a team.
Who is on the US team?
I tried to say no, but I got shut down. Who's on the US team? Well, USA was Garrett G, Jacob, and Vince today. And they were not able to take down Denmark. But there's a pretty wide pool of talent for USA. And it's hard to say who the best picks are, because obviously you want to pick a team who are good synergy together. So that's why Garrett, Fireburner, Jacob would probably be the best team, because they're literally a team week to week. But Jacob and Garrett had to pick up Vince, who they did actually play pretty well with. They had some decent rotation. They just weren't able to match up with the mechanics of Denmark and the variety of attack that Denmark were bringing to the table. Oh, Killer just blasted a tap in off the crossbar. Huge miss by the number 7 man. It was a good pass forward by his teammate. Turbo did a lot of work again. Turbo's been doing a lot of work in these wager matches recently, of course. Not sure about that. Oh my goodness, what is this? Turbo, I believe that some of a lot spirit just got transferred to Turbo Pulsar right there, because we saw Turbo Pulsar driving into a lot in defense. He accidentally rotated straight into his teammate, and then immediately afterwards he turned around and pre-jumped. So I think what happened... Oh my goodness, I got hosted. Oh, Scrub, thanks for the host, dude. I was like, wait, what's that noise? So it's my new host alert. Scrub, cheers. Hope you had a good stream, dude. GG's earlier. Almost the best comeback of all time. Genuinely. I was so happy when you won that game 4, just because it was incredible. So, well played. And yeah, well played by Kate up as well. Have a good night, buddy. But yeah, as I was saying, did you guys see it? It was like Turbo and a lot, they just drove into each other, and then it's almost as if like the spirit of Turbo just, you know, flew into a lot's car, and then the spirit of a lot flew into Turbo's car, and then what does Turbo do? He turns around and pre-jumps. So it's like, yep, that isn't Turbo anymore, that's a lot. So this is actually a lot playing, and this is Turbo from now on, pretty much. will we see Turbo pre-jumping for the rest of the game? Oh, he tried a wave dash recovery, but he beamed it. A little bit slow. Not trusting Flarky there with a pretty routine clear. Turbo Pulse should definitely just let that roll through. There was no pressure out of Germany. It's worked out in their favor though, because Germany with a massive overextension, and Turbo just gonna solo dribble this all the way. What on earth happened to Germany right here? We see Freaky flying in, going absolutely nowhere. Killer number 7. Pretty boost Starve tries to challenge Turbo. No luck though. Bottom right corner wide open for the Pulsa. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Maddie24 and Flying Scotsman with the subs. Maddie24 with the resub, actually. Appreciate that, guys. Welcome to the channel. And enjoy your stay. Hope you're enjoying this show match. Sicky gonna try a dribbling play of his own. Nearly finds Freaky, who's cheated up in front of him. But it's been a lot of backboard misses, actually, from Germany. Their backboard game has not been on point this game, or this series, at all. All 3 players missing pretty low backboard rebounds, and by a long shot as well, which is not good news for them. Oh, that's a good bump though. Killer number 7 with the ambush on the Turbo and the pop, but a lot reads it, manages to see it coming. Flarky to Turbo, decent passing play. Flarky just gonna play the knockdown, just gonna reverse alley-oop it to his teammate. Will this be 2-0 for Sweden? They've not actually conceded yet. They're looking incredibly solid right now against Germany, who until this show match were undefeated. Not in games, but at least in series. We still have a long way to go. International show matches are best of 7 on my channel, just to be consistent with the ones that we've seen prior. I didn't like Biomass decal. I'm not sure what you guys think about it, but I didn't used to like it, and I'm starting to like it more and more the more I see it. Just more pretty underwhelming play coming out of Germany. Not very threatening, not able to get the ball high over the Sweden net at all. And every time Sweden are moving forward, they look a lot more deadly. There's, you know, a lot to using the far post position pretty well. He's trying to get into the defensive blind spot. Killer number 7, accidental back pass. But yeah, Sweden are just spreading out a lot better. They're managing to get the ball into more awkward positions. They're more consistently taking German players out the game than German players are taking Swedish players out the game. Flarky's going to miss that pinch clear though, puts a lot under pressure, and that nearly resulted in an equalizer. Somehow Freaky has got a center ball and nothing more. Didn't look like a save was credited to anybody, but that's not always what you need to look at, as occasionally Rocket League will fail to credit a save to someone who did actually prevent the ball from going in. Again, a lot on the far side, this time going for a block. Defensive miss causes him to miss. But this is just looking like really comfortable stuff for Sweden. Extremely comfortable. Because Germany are just not able to get anything going. There we go. Sicky finally coming in, trying to do something unexpected, but all he can do is clear it. Flarky actually rushing himself. He's rushed a couple of shots as Flarky. So far it's not mattered because a lot has been doing tons of work. Accidentally bumps into a defender right there, but they don't actually need a goal. They're already up by 1. And finally an awkward hit forward for Germany, but this time Flarky able to deal with it. And now Flarky Turbo trying to get the ball down together. Turbo will just take it all himself. That is going to be 2-0 for Sweden. Impressive stuff as they double their lead in the best of 7 against a previously undefeated German lineup. And Flarky does take the MVP, despite the fact that I think there was a couple of times at the end of that game that he did rush himself in attack a little bit too much, giving away possession unnecessarily. He rushed a shot and he also rushed a dribble play, but able to secure the win regardless with his good old Rose Tiara combination. Flarky, one of the few moderators in my chat, my 13th follower on Twitch. Lesser known fact, probably the most interesting Flarky trivia you're gonna ever hear. He was my 13th follower on Twitch out of what now is 28,700. Pretty top percentage for Flarky, although I'm sure that he's got a lot more accomplishments in his life that he's more proud of than that one. Such as, you know, teaming up with Turbo and a lot, and taking down multiple international show matches. As this is now 6 games that they've won. They took 4 games against Denmark, and now they've taken 2 against Germany. They beat Denmark when Denmark were undefeated, and now they're beating Germany when Germany were undefeated. A lot just fires a question at Germany's net, and Germany have no answer. What on earth is this from Sicky? As he misses the catch, Killer number 7 Can't keep it out the net either. And Turbo is just bantering in the chat. He is trying to tilt them. He sees that there's potential tiltage at the other end, and he's going to try and use it to the maximum potential. That was a huge surprise. I have never seen such just loss for what to do in defense from Germany. That was a disaster. An absolute nothing short of a disaster. Oh, interesting play. I actually love that from a lot. Look how difficult that is to defend as he just makes the ball bounce straight down off the ceiling and into the center. And again, just not the most challenging stuff in offense from Germany. Very, very binary attack as they just drill the ball forward and Sweden get rid of it systematically again and again. It seems like without ELMP to anchor for them, Germany just don't look like the same team that they were previously. Although Sweden continue to impress with this exact line of Flarkey with a very interesting rebound. Oh, it's actually going to get read by Suki. And Flarkey's going to say great pass to himself. It nearly worked out well, but look at what makes this successful for Germany. Two things. One, Turbo Pulsa did not think Flarkey was getting a hit on that. He misread Flarkey's play. Flarkey essentially turned it what was a miss on the initial clear into a rebound back pass. But Turbo had already committed off the line. He was not there to defend Siki's point blank range shot. Siki, of course, moving forward aggressively. He sensed the danger, and it was a good move forward for sure because Flarkey did not get a good clear at all. Turbo is going to immediately answer with the upper 90 shot though. Siki not able to get a good clear on Flarkey's hit forward. Turbo with the air roll shot to the upper 90. Oh, Freaky tried to get that, but no chance. That is what kids nowadays call boomer, says Turbo Pulsa. And he is not wrong. That was a boomer. Goalkeeper was in the net playing reactively and he still had no chance. But can Turbo keep this out? Yes, he can. Crossbar to the rescue. Turbo Pulsa, the defensive rock for Sweden, continues to do his job at the back. Although he's been, you know, playing pretty well offensively as well. He's had a couple of really important plays. That's what on earth? I'm pressing 7 on my keyboard and it was broken. I was trying to go to a lock camera and 7 wasn't working. I just smashed it though and it seems to be working again now. I just like literally smashed it as hard as I could and it's working. Ground passing play out of Sweden. I'm always very happy to see ground passing in 3v3. It's such an efficient way to move the ball forward, change the angle left to right, and able to outplay defense so many times while also recovering quickly is the main advantage. When you're going for alley-oop aerial passes, you're going to be wasting a lot more boost than a ground pass would, making it a lot harder to recover and stay relevant. It's a good pass. Germany are definitely doing more in offense this game than they did in the previous two combined, as they're able to get the ball high over Sweden's net a couple of times now. First time resulting in a goal, second time Sweden do deal with it. But more promising coming out of Germany, if nothing else. But the ground passing, this is an adaptation that maybe Germany aren't expecting from a team like Sweden, when a lot and Flarkey are on the lineup. You really do expect it to be an aerial-based game, as these guys are not 1v1 players at all. But look at this brilliant team passing to get the ball out of defense. Oh, a lot should leave this, and he does! Turbo calls him off it. Beautiful fake by a lot. This is really, really impressive for a lot to leave this, because he could have hit this. A lot could hit that, but he just backs out. See, he leaned forward and boosted away from the ball. Turbo comes right over the top and fires it in the top left. He's had the top right and the top left boomers this game. Looking to be 3-0 in the series, 3-1 in game 3. A lot of threes as we move into 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining. Sweden looking so comfortable. This is the least threatening I've ever seen Germany look in an international show match. Flarkey again rushing a shot a little bit. Goes with a fast aerial where perhaps a single jump would have sufficed. But again, with Turbo in defense, this is looking like Sweden are just ready for anything. He's doing an absolute number on Germany's offense. And the passing plays coming out of Sweden! Rattling the post. Killer number 7 with a dunk. It was an impressive team play. Oh, he just slots it in the bottom corner. It was an impressive team play, but an overcommit. Turbo Pulsa got this shot, but then Flarkey and Alot both turned for the same ball. They were feeling the team play. They wanted the goal so badly after that impressive passing display, but they went a little bit too hard for it. And now Freaky, Siki, and Killer number 7 with their best shot to win a game this series. But will they take it? With shots like that, they absolutely will not. And Turbo Pulsa just assuming his defensive role again. up on the wall, but he didn't commit to the wall too early. He wanted to make sure that the ball was going to actually roll in that direction before driving up on side wall. But look at these, always getting extra touches on the ball, trying to redirect it past opponents, trying to get it left to right, to left again. An impressive play by Flarkey, finding out Turbo Pulsa in the face of danger, nonetheless. Or no less, I should say. But yeah, definitely a little bit more defensive posturing coming out of Sweden now. When they had the 2-goal lead, they were pressing up, looking for more. But now they're just trying to hold on to this, try and close out the game. Germany are going to have to overextend now, for sure, to try and find a goal of their own. And that's a decent passing play. Killer number 7 drives straight into Freaky, though. Misplay from Germany. And surely that's going to be Sweden 3-0, as boost is completely gone now for the Germans. Turbo's piling in. Backboards it for Flarkey. Actually keeping the ball up are Germany, and they find a shot. But Flarkey will down it. 3-0. I don't know if anybody would have called this 3-0 for Sweden when they saw the lineups, as we got the former Crown and Jewels plus Freaky. Like, we've seen Sicky, Freaky, and ELMP teaming up for Germany on multiple occasions, and they've never lost a series. I think they beat France, and they definitely beat the Netherlands. That's the matches that I remember in my head, at least. Did they beat England, actually? I think they beat England as well. Maybe they didn't beat France, but they definitely beat England. And I'm so curious. I'm going to actually look up my Google Drive right now and see if I've got any results there. Hold on a second. Let me stick it on. I'll stick it on Sicky Cam, because Sicky's usually a pretty good spectator. Hold on, boys. Let me get my Google Drive. I'm going to find out if I can see. Do I have an international show matches document here? Do I? I don't think I do. What a disaster. I don't think I do. Wait, is it in here? This is some great casting. I'm sure you guys are really, really appreciating this. I'm sure you guys are really appreciating this. I swear I had a spreadsheet for all the results, but I might have deleted it by accident. Oh no. I might have deleted it. How can I have deleted it? It was in Google Drive. What happened? Wait. Is this it? No, that's not it. I'll look for at most another 15 seconds, boys. Is this it? Nope. Is this? No, I can't find it. Forget it. Forget it. I give up. I give up. I'll have to look at my YouTube later. This is top level casting indeed. I know. I just wasted a minute looking at my Google Drive and not at the monitor with just under 2,000 views. That feels good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. All I'm saying is, Freaky and Sicky are mainstays of the German international team. Killer number 7, I believe, is a newcomer. But that being said, he is playing pretty well recently in European, tournaments with his team Penta. We've seen Pondex on stream a lot recently, impressing just about everybody. Well, Killer number 7 is Pondex's teammate, and they've never looked better than when they had this specific lineup. Oh, there's a decent passing play. Flarkey casual with the defending, just sweeps it clear. But it's very surprising to see just such a one-sided demolition. Sweden, not just the fact that they have won 3 games in a row, but the manner in which they've done so. It's just like so in control. Okay, just as I say that, they've completely beaten it. Nobody on the back wall. Flarkey can't get up in time. Where was a lot here? Okay, a lot not ready to use the back wall either. Oh, actually a lot could have had that. He trusted Flarkey and Flarkey missed. So a lot actually could have had that. I was expecting a lot. Or I was wondering why a lot wasn't at the back post and going for that ball just to take it away from Flarkey, because it was pretty awkward for Flarkey. It was right over his head. Usually in that situation where you've got a defender at the near post and another one at the back post and the ball goes right on top of the near post defender's head, you have the far post defender come in and rescue him, which was about to happen, but Flarkey managed to convince a lot that he was hitting it and then he missed. That's pretty much what happened in that situation. And Germany, with a little bit of room to breathe, they're starting to put together some passes here and nearly getting another goal. Turbo and a lot using the upright and the crossbar throw net to keep that ball clear of danger. But they can't really get a full relief of pressure right now. It's Freaky to Killer number 7, back to Freaky. And the dunk on a Turbo Pulse, so Sicky isn't there, and neither is Killer. But this time Sicky will get the dunk on the clear. A lot reactive defending from point blank range. The shot was never going to be incredibly powerful in that situation at a killer. But Sweden, for once, this is the best rotation that we've seen out of Germany all series. By far. They're finally putting together consistent pressure. No ball cam, pre-jump save by Flarkey. Good read on the shot. But Sweden are really struggling to get anything more than a block at this moment. Finally an uncontested hit forward. Turbo Pulsar has been in Germany's half for a long time here. He's been stuck, getting bumped around. And despite the fact that Germany had a ton of pressure right there, they only managed to get 1 goal from it. Which is not the best showing, because if Sweden get 1, that will just completely shut down any momentum that Germany have been building for 4 minutes almost. Oh, Flarkey getting denied the near post. Close stuff. Turbo puts it back towards the aforementioned. Alot's had an extremely quiet game himself, despite, you know, he could have had a save on the first goal, or the only goal that Germany did score this game. He would have had a save on it had Flarkey not, you know, called him off it or convinced him that he was saving it. I'm not sure if they're in comms. I'm almost certain that Turbo and Alot are, based on the team play that we saw from them earlier. Flarkey, I'm not sure. Maybe. I would imagine that he is. 42 seconds remain. Sweden, they can really just go all in here. They don't need to play defensive. They've got 3-game cushion, I should say. They should just go all in here, try and get the W in this game. Really pile on the pressure. I really feel like when you're winning by 3 in a best of 7, sorry, I had to do the math right there in my head. When you are winning by 3 in a best of 7, you should just go all in and try to put as much pressure on the other team as possible. You've got a couple of games to do that, and then maybe if the other team take 2 games back, you'll be like, oh right, yeah, we need to be a little bit more careful. Here we go, a chance now. Flarkey, infield pass. It's going to go back towards him. Beautiful play. Flarkey to Turbo and back to Flarkey. That is what I like to see. There we go. Infield pass from Turbo back towards Flarkey. Alot nearly ruined the play. Alot nearly beamed it right, right out of the play. But that was so clutch. That was reminiscent of the Crown and Jewels equalizer on flip side from the RLC Pro League days. Flarkey and Turbo connecting and putting together the goal of the day. Truly beautiful ground passing, and we're going to go to OT. Game 4. Can they take it in 4 games? Sweden trying to shut down Germany in a clean sweep. Germany with a ton of work to do, despite the fact that they had the pressure for about 4 minutes. Not quite 4 minutes, but certainly 3 minutes and 30 seconds. They had the lion's share of the pressure. Sweden tie the game. Okay, Freaky in an awkward position, getting a little bit too far forward in his own net, and now Sweden are starting to move up. They're bringing on the pressure. Alot dumps it right into the goalkeeper's range though. Half volley for Siki. Comfortable clear. That's a really smart hit. Siki managing to get the ball into a really dangerous position, and Freaky does the same thing. Just getting the ball into these awkward positions where it's arcing slowly, where it's, you know, just out of reach of the defender, making the defender question himself. Wonder if they have to pre-jump or not. Oh, Turbo greedy for once. Mixing it up actually, because Flarkey was wide open again for the return pass. And this time Turbo went for the solo play. I mean, he's made it work in this game before, and since he did pass last time, he's maybe expecting the defender to read his pass, and instead he's going for the solo play. But it did not work. It was well defended by Germany. Siki maybe looking for Freaky here. Pass straight at Turbo Pulsar though. Killer number 7 barely gets it past a lot. Flarkey, decent play in defense. He's even going to look for a double touch here. Gets a semi-block on it. The second touch from Freaky nearly puts it in from an impossible angle. Like, smart play. Flarkey waiting in the back post. He needs to be able to see what's happening in front of him there, so he doesn't want to drive forward into the net. He wants to be able to fly up and in front of whatever happens. Again though, Turbo not trusting Flarkey with a comfortable save. Flarkey this time does come through before him though. As we settle into a bit of a longer overtime now. We had a pretty rushed start to this OT. A lot of chances going back and forth. Now we're settled in to pretty solid rotations. This could be a long one, boys. Could be a long OT. But actually, with the ball being stuck in this corner for large portions of time, we're going to see a boost-starved Germany. Whenever the ball is kind of like clogged up in a situation like that, it usually leads to boost starvation. Now we're starting to see multiple touches in a row by Sweden as a result of the boost starving. They're just throwing themselves at the ball and winning the race with the boost advantage that they garnered. Getting up extremely quick now are Sweden. Every single ball, they're just going at it really, really confidently. There's a turn in the tide. Sweden are looking like they're going to shut this one down. Germany under pressure. Barely keep it out. This looks like the last game that we're going to see today from Germany. Can they stabilize? Can they get this ball clear? Freaky tries to. Flarkey fakes out the goalkeeper. A lot might be on a deep rotation here, and he is. Siki trying to pass this out of defense. Smart play. They really need to try and maintain the possession here. Hey, JB
I
Assen.
understand this scammer mode.
Scammer mode? What? Oh, the gamma mode. Oh my goodness. He said game mode, but like gamma mode. Really? Unbelievable. A little bit of pressure now for Germany. It's been about time. Turbo Pulse! I nearly let that in. He barely keeps it out, but Flarkey had to come to the rescue right there. Oh, and Flarkey getting extremely close there. Turbo, or a lot rather, blasted it at the backboard. And actually a fake challenge out of Turbo. I'm not sure about that one because now he's probably confused his defender behind him. Absolutely bamboozled. Hey, Pentagram. I almost said Pentagram. Thanks for the chairs, dude. I appreciate that.
600 gamma mode.
Gamma mode, dude. Flarkey blasting it at the back post. And the Octane wobble. Just to rub salt in the wound. A lot will leave that for Turbo. As I told you guys this was going to be a long OT. I just had a feeling that it was going to be a long one. Ooh, a lot. Not a good line of flight right there. Definitely getting in Flarkey's way. And Turbo's been left all alone. Flarkey again to the rescue. Flarkey's having a really good game here. He's having a rescue his team in defense. After that initial misplay, he has picked it up. As we approach the 5-minute OT. I don't know, I just had a feeling. When I saw 1 minute 30 on the OT, I was like, I could totally see a 5-minute OT here. I could totally see it. Flarkey on the half volley, not the best shot though. He did air roll forward slightly into that one, which lost some of the power. Turbo looking to fire sideways towards a lot. A lot can pull a shot out of anywhere. You gotta watch out for him. He will get rebounds out of just about. And we have Freaky with a double touch right over Flarkey. We saw from Flarkey right there. He just got completely slammed. Beautiful play. Freaky to himself. Takes a game for Germany. And it's about time. Because that was a long overtime. And a great way to finish it. We just saw Flarkey's POV in the initial run through of the goal. And he had no idea what to do. Freaky could have shot on the initial hit. Flarkey stayed grounded, respecting that potential shot, and then Freaky just fired it at the backboard and blasted it in from point blank range. One game, but they had to work so hard for that. Look at the shot totals. That is an unbelievable amount of shots. 18 shots for for Sweden. And Germany, meanwhile, getting 10, which is usually a lot, but in a pretty much double-length game because of the fact that we had nearly 5 minutes of overtime. 10 shots is not a high amount. So they'll have to be doing a little bit better this game if they want to take this series. And oh my goodness, what a boomer of a clear that was. And nearly getting a redirect as well. Sorry, I just had to go out and close my OBS because it was making me lag a little bit. But Sweden, I really feel like they should just continue the pressure. They need to just keep up that exact pressure which was causing Germany so many problems in the early games, and also even for a large portion of that overtime after the initial minute and 30 seconds. We had loads of pressure from Sweden. So they just need to keep on going at the ball with 100% confidence, believing in themselves, because that belief is what's got them this lead. Oh, somehow a lot's missed from that range, and Flarkey's shot just getting taken away by Turbo Pulse. I feel like the communication between a lot and Turbo has been very good, but the communication between Turbo and Flarkey has not, and also for Flarkey and Flarkey and a lot rather. So basically, Turbo and a lot are communicating very well, but whenever Flarkey's involved in the play, there's a lot more mix-ups, and I'm not blaming Flarkey for that. It's definitely mix-up on both sides. Just plays involving Flarkey are being awkward. Oh, and a lot just decides to go and shag a goalpost instead of being useful. I'm not sure what a lot was trying to do here. Just getting up on both sides of the goalpost right there, and killer number 7 is going to say, boop. Just gets it right over the top of him. Mic muted? No, it's not. I'm looking at my OBS. It ain't muted. You can't film me. Unmute, please. You're trying to trick me because I muted it for blowing my nose, but I did unmute it. I checked. But I'm not sure. These guys might be just using comms for only a lot in turbo. A lot in turbo are always in comms together, but Flarky, I think, prefers to just play with just music on. So maybe he's not in comms. That would explain why there's been some mix-ups communication-wise. Look like Flarky's out of boost. Even a little shadow of boost right there would have been huge for him, because he would have been able to lift up the ball on top of his car and go for a throw, but instead all he could do is push it in front of him, limiting his options. Now suddenly Germany are putting together a lot of pressure. Flarky, not a good clear, but Freaky backflips on accident. Will Turbo Pulse be the rock that Sweden need him to be? Yes, he will. The uncontested shot from the edge of the box is always a danger. Flarky just straight up beats Suki to the ball, despite the fact the ball was rolling at Suki to begin with. But now Suki just comes back into the play and takes the ball for free, as Flarky a lot, both leaving it for Turbo, and Turbo didn't want to commit forward, having two of his teammates in front of himself, which is fair enough. Fair enough, to be fair. Good positioning by Turbo. The fact that he's moved across to the left side of the field there is very key, because it makes more potential passes into good passes. Like, even if a lot blasts that ball off the wall, Flarky, I mean, if he blasts it off the wall, it will still fall into a position where Turbo can access it, which is important. But remember that they didn't need a heroic equalizer from Flarky just to take the previous game to overtime. So this definitely looks like a different Germany from the first three games. They're looking more organized. They're looking a lot more controlled. They're not completely clogging up specific areas of the pitch at any time. They're moving just more confidently as well. Like, everything seems to be just going a little bit better for Germany. And Sweden, meanwhile, although they haven't done anything drastically wrong, they are being punished just by the consistency of the Germans. Or a lot rather, not waiting for a half volley there. You can of course half volley the ball off a curved surface. Going for a redirect while upside down and backwards was a lot right there. Would have been pretty sick. Freaky again. Look at our rebound. Nearly dunks on Turbo, but the ball will fire clear. And a lot should go forward for this. Suki did not get a good landing. I don't think a lot noticed it in time. Oh, a lot. Smart touch. Puts it over the backboard. Turbo can only do so much as to fire it straight at Freaky though. And now Suki and killer number 7 aggressing onto a lot. But a lot just shadows. He knows that all he has to do in that situation is waste time. Wait for help from Turbo and Flarky, because they were rotating back, but no, none of them were back just yet. Oh, and there's the perfect curve pass, Freaky to himself. The solo play from Freaky might have sealed this game. Look at that, just curves it forward, and he can see what's happening. Flarky cannot. 2-0 Germany, looking like they're making a little bit of a comeback here. And honestly, with how Sweden equalized the previous game, just to take it to overtime. No way. Okay, no more. And with the manner in which they were aggressing so confidently during that overtime, it really looked like, even if Sweden did drop that game, which they did, game 4, that they would continue to, win the series pretty comfortably. But they weren't able to keep up that pressure at all. They're not moving as confidently. Seems like that loss might have shaken them a little bit. As we see a little bit of a freestyle play out of Turbo, but he's obviously just doing that because he knows the game is over. 2 goals and 1 second to do it in is not feasible. And now we actually have a series in our hands. Pretty sure you made the country Showmatch score table and notepad, by the way. Did I? I was sure that I had a... No, I definitely had a Excel doc. Wait. How do I... Trying to look at my sheets. I must have it here. Oh dear, that's a lot of docs. a lot of docs owned by me. Nah. I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it anywhere. That's just a disaster. Don't know what I did with that spreadsheet, but I had all the international show matches written down in a spreadsheet just for me to see and access. But it seems to be gone, which is a shame, because I would love to see it right now. Oh, misplay. Double misplay by Germany. Turbo Pulse is going to capitalize here. So Freaky didn't get a good hit there. Sicky tried to follow it up just to take it down the line after Freaky pretty much hit it full on sideways by accident. But that is not going to work, and when they both miss like that, with Killer already out of the game, Turbo ain't going to miss the open net. Of course, I always feel open nets are easier to score in 3s than in 1s. Not sure if you guys agree, but in 1s the pressure of missing the open net is just too much. Ugh. I would have loved to credit that pass by Sicky, but I was yawning because I'm tired, not because I'm bored by this gameplay. The matches have actually been really good. European 3s, never a boring moment, never a dull game. We've got default camera Flarky here, so I'll try and avoid Flarky camera for this game, as Psionics have given him the default. Turbo with a bit of an awkward clear, and that should have been a goal. Freaky should have had that. Open net was gaping, but unfortunately Freaky, although he's had a couple of great solo plays, this time was not able to find it. And Flarky with the aerial shot. Will he center this to a lot? Hey, to Hodor, thanks for the cheers, dude. This time Freaky redeemed himself.
Use this money to buy some coffee. That way you don.
That way you don? Wait a minute. You mean that way I don't yawn? I think you just pressed... Oh, man. I think that Hodor wanted to say that way you don't yawn, but he accidentally pressed center too early. Rip, dude. But it's okay. I know what you were going to say. Which matches did I cast earlier? I casted K-Dot versus Scrubkilla, and also USA versus Denmark. And I won't spoil the results in case you want to go watch the VOD. But right now, this is actually turning into a really impressive comeback by Germany. And the only question is, can they keep it going? If they win one more game, then they're gonna have so much belief that they can actually do it all, like literally reverse sweep Sweden, who started this series so well and have been poised to take it multiple times. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I have been streaming for so long. You have to forgive me. Like, casting is actually more exhausting than just doing nothing on stream. If I'm just playing on stream, it's like so much less exhausting than just casting on stream. Casting is like proper tiring. Couple of good defensive plays. First, Turbo earlier in this game, and Flarky doing the same thing right now. Just rebounding the ball at their own back wall. Even though the ball's about to hit off their own backboard, you know, going for the rebound is really smart, because if they don't do it, they know that an opponent's going to come in and he's probably going to do it. So that's why we see Flarky there pre-jumping the rebound, getting the ball to the side. Turbo did it earlier as well. You need to do that at high level 3s, because there will be an opponent moving in. The worst thing about yawning is once you've yawned once, you can't stop thinking about the fact that you're yawning, and your body's just like, yeah, let's just yawn again. I enjoy yawning. Okay, Killer actually consistently getting goals now. This is very bad news for Sweden. A lot with the clear. Turbo went for boost. What a disaster. He nearly got double demoed actually to Turbo. He was demoed, then he respawned, then he nearly got demoed again, but actually a lot got demoed. Sweden with a lot of work to do. Suddenly, a match which was looking 95%, even 99% secure, is turning against them a lot. Turbo and Flarky, can they cross the line? Can they stay positive despite the fact that they're suddenly starting to lose consistently to this reinvigorated German lineup, this completely restructured and organized German lineup? Great first touch by a lot. He set himself up perfectly, but unfortunately the follow-up touches were not good. All he was able to do was dribble the ball wide of the net, and he might have even helped this in. What a save! Turbo Pulsar to the rescue. A lot might have actually given that ball a little bit more speed than it had before it touched him. Good to see Turbo actually trusting Flarky in defense there. Oh, Killer's missed a wide open net. I was going to say it was good that Turbo trusted Flarky, because that's not been happening all series long. But right after that, Turbo actually centered the ball for killer number 7, and then killer number 7 rattled the crossbar on a wide open net, and now they've been scored on. Killer number 7's going to feel awful about that one. He could have scored about 20 seconds ago, and because he's missed it, they've conceded at the other end. Oh no, killer. Wide open net miss. He's been consistently scoring this game as well. He's had a goal this game, and the last game I think he scored as well, just like, you know, blasting it in from close range. And now he's missed when his team needed him most. Turbo getting rescued by a lot right there. Flarky's in the midfield. I did not expect to see him here when I switched the camera. That was an odd position to find him in. And now Freaky casually outplaying a lot at the near post. 30 seconds remaining. Sweden can still steal this entire series, or secure it, with one more goal. Germany have got to be so careful. Although they have had the pressure, they've been the better team for the most of this game. They might have to defend against a wicked shot from a lot at any moment. A lot can pull a shot out of anywhere, but it looks like Siki might have the last laugh. A lot crossbar pinch, I believe, but the crossbar is getting rattled again, and they might have a 0-second goal. Yes, they do. Call it a 1-second goal. Freaky gets it. Killer number 7 right above a lot. Turbo misses it. And that was so important that Freaky managed to get that above the goalkeeper. A lot was out, and he was trying to block the angle. That was so clutch by Germany. And now killer number 7 should be able to kill it. Actually, Freaky's just popped it when he could have killed this ball. They have one more thing to defend. And oh my goodness, Sweden have done it a lot with a crazy equalizer. Freaky could have stopped the game, but he popped it. And a lot somehow, with a wicked redirect. Turbo Pulsar misses on the goal steal, but it doesn't matter. A lot can pull a goal out of anywhere. We're going to OT in game 6. 1 second remaining on that kickoff, and Sweden have actually scored. Holy cow. What a play by a lot. The best redirect I've seen for quite a long time. Especially under pressure. That was absolutely nutty. Now, can they ride this momentum? Freaky's got to do some defending, and he does. Germany have got to steady themselves. They do still have the momentum, but look at this Swedish lineup. They're going for the stylish goals now. They're flying for everything. A lot with a dunk at the near post. Killer number 7 is going to try and dribble it out, but he can't. Turbo tries to pop it off the wall. That would have been so smart if Turbo got to pop off the wall there. Oh my goodness, a lot is up so early. Flarky might have just taken him out the game, but the open net clear ball does go way wide. And Freaky misses on another shot. Germany look absolutely rattled right now. Definitely a lot of rattlage happening. Sweden have changed the flow of this game in 1 second. It's like one of those adverts. in only 1 second, you can completely change the flow of this game using this new strategy. Germans hate it. I don't know why that idea just came into my head. Oh man, that's too funny. I can see the advert actually. I don't just hear it. I can actually see the ad. I can see the ad. Use this new 1 second strategy to win games that you shouldn't win. I mean, they haven't won the game yet, obviously. They just took it to OT. But they're looking poised. Sweden 1 goal away from the series victory against Germany. Oh my goodness, what a half volley. Turbo Pulse, a perfect catch. Flarky misses on the power shot though. It would have probably been saved anyway.